I don't know what.
Keep thinking about that miscarriage she had. You know, I finally understand what Dad went through with Kim all those months.
Yeah, well, look how wonderful that turned out, huh?
True.
Oh, son, I understand Margot's doing well. Why don't we all go back to the house and have some supper?
A great idea. I would love to. Oh, wait a minute. Roy and Hal came by, and they talked to Margot. Do you know what they said to her? They wouldn't tell me a thing.
Big news.
What?
Channing case is closed.
Really?
Yeah, Denise Darcy, Barbara's model, confessed.
Denise? Yeah. Wait, oh, I can't believe Denise? But she's the one who had all those threats. I mean, through the fashion show.
No, I don't know all the details. I'm just glad it's over. And you know what? McCloskey's giving Margot her maternity leave now, and I'm going to see that she takes it.
Good. Well, that means, Craig will be out now.
That's right,
Oh,
yeah.
thank goodness. Well.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, John.
Just looking at Margot.
Audrey's in there now, John.
Oh, okay.
Listen, we're all going back to the house for some supper, and I know Andy would be eager to see you. Why don't you join us?
Oh, thanks. Have to be after rounds, okay?
That's fine. We'll see you then. Shall we go?
See you, Dad.
Hi, Audrey. How's Margot?
Well, she's going to be fine. You know, John, sometimes Mother Nature gives us a warning sign to slow down. I think she got the message loud and clear.
Oh, good.
I'm going to examine her in the morning again, but I'd say she's out of the woods now.
I'm glad to hear it. Listen, Audrey, I know that Meg Snyder is a patient of yours, and as such, you're not really allowed to discuss that with me or anybody else. If I told you that Dusty was the father of her child, would that make any difference to you?
Hi, sweetheart. Holden told me you were here.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm all right, but what about you? What are you working so late for? It's going for 9.
There's going to be a frost tonight. I had to get the rest of those vegetables in out of the garden. Oh, that damn woodchuck ate the last of my kale. I wanted to have it for supper tonight. Well, anyway, keeps my mind off your sister, Iva.
Why? What's wrong with Iva?
Well, she took off work early today. I'm going to see Craig at prison, and we haven't heard from her since.
Oh, Mama, I think she's just upset because she knows that Craig is still in love with Sierra.
No, there's more to it than that.
Mama's right. Iva just told Lily she was going to go away for a while.
What?
Go where?
She didn't say.
You see, this is the kind of thing that worries me. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to go upstairs and wash up for supper.
Mama, let Meg and I fix supper, okay?
No,
You just take it easy.
Just wrap up those green tomatoes in some newspaper and put them in the cellar away. I'll take care of supper.
Here, you wrap them.
But I know what you're thinking about.
What?
Lily and Dusty at that dance tonight. Holden, why can't things be the way they used to be? With you and me working together?
Because they can't, Meg.
Why?
Because I got real feelings for Lily now. It's not a game anymore, okay?
It's not a game for me and Dusty either. We're getting closer all the time.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be at all surprised if I was Mrs. Dusty Donovan by the end of the year. Craig. Oh, Craig. So good to see you. And Iva. Oh, gosh, I'm so glad this is all over.
Oh, you and me both. How you doing, honey?
Good, Iva.
Craig?
What happened to your face?
A fight with some inmates. It's nothing.
Greg, congratulations on getting out of there.
Thanks, man.
Good to have you back.
All right, thanks.
I'm so glad you're back. I was so worried about you.
Oh, well, I'm okay. Everything's okay.
Are you staying? You're staying or are you leaving?
I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere.
Well, now that you've been released, who did they...
Well, we found out a little while ago. Barbara Ryan's model, Denise Darcy, confessed to killing Channing.
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by Always Maxi Pads in thin maxis, minis, and panty liners too. And by New Comet, a clean you can take everywhere, from porcelain sinks to delicate fiberglass tubs.
Niece, Darcy confessed to the murder? Wasn't she threatened herself several times?
Lucinda, I don't know the details. I'm real glad it's over.
And I think we should just get on with our lives and forget that there ever was a Ted Channing.
Right, that's right. So we can go to the dance and not have to worry about anything.
Right.
You okay?
Mm-hmm. Just a lot of things happening.
Yeah, kids, I think that's a good idea. Why don't you
What?
split?
Well, I'm just glad that you're free.
Me too.
Is Meg around anywhere?
No. We all think she went home to the farm.
Well, I think I'm gonna get headed home. I want to tell everybody the good news. Have a good time at the dance, okay, you guys?
Bye.
Wait a minute. I want to go with you, okay? I'm going to go out there with you. After everything you've done for me today, I want to go.
Oh, I had no idea Dusty was the father.
Yeah, I'm trying to help him with it as best I can.
Well, I'd be happy to help counsel them both about their options.
Oh, I've made him aware of that already. I was wondering, just how accurate is this pregnancy test? 100% what?
Well, you know, John, the blood test is the most accurate test possible.
How accurate can you be about, let's say, date of conception?
Well, I haven't done a pelvic on Meg. I've only given her the blood test. But the results of that are conclusive, I assure you. What's the matter, John? Do you have any doubts about Dusty being the father?
No, I don't. It's just there's something doesn't quite ring true about the whole thing, you know?
Why?
Well, she's around Dusty and me. She's very depressed and very down. Yet I hear she's high as a kite when she's around other people, and
You know, teenage girls, mood swings are common, particularly if they're in Meg's predicament.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
And I understand what a difficult decision they're facing. It could affect the rest of their lives.
Yeah, and that's what worries me, see?
Please tell them. If they want to talk to me, I am always available for counseling.
I've already told him that, but I will impress it upon his mind. Thank you.
Okay, Seth's on his way in. Now, what do you mean about being Mrs. Dusty Donovan before the end of the year?
You'll see.
You know, you are such a dreamer sometimes.
It's no dream, Holden, and if it comes true, I want you down on your knees thanking me because I've cleared the way for you and sweet little Lily Walsh.
I don't need your help. What happens between Lily and I will happen honestly, without any tricks.
Oh, you think you're such a big shot now that Mrs. Walsh has offered you a job. Well, have you ever thought that she's doing that only to keep you away from her precious little Lily?
Yes, I have thought about that. And if it happens, I'm going to be out of there so fast, it's going to make her head spin.
Oh, you are the dreamer, Holden. If you really think you can outsmart Lucinda Walsh, she's the most brilliant woman I've ever met. I'd do anything to be like her.
I can't believe that you just said that. That's a joke. Especially after what she's put Iva through.
Iva can handle herself. I never did understand why they hate one another so much. Do you?
Haven't really given it much thought.
Iva's a fool to make an enemy out of Lucinda Walsh. And you better watch your step, Holden.
Why? What are you talking about, huh?
Ow. Ow, come on, you're hurting me.
Answer me.
Let me go.
Answer me now.
Hey, what's going on here?
Oh, Holden's just being a bully.
What poor girl.
Hello? Oh, no, she's upstairs, Dr. Dixon. She's changing. Yeah, she's here. Dr. Dixon wants to speak to you. I already told him you were here.
Tell him anything you want, but I'm not going to talk to you.
David, oh, thank you. The Thomas Hughes Campaign Committee thanks you for your generous contribution and for your support of our candidate.
I think Kim has the makings of a great campaign manager and fundraiser. If there's anything at all I can do to help, just let me know.
Oh, my word. You watch it, I'm going to call you up next.
Well, I hope you will. And when Emily gets back, whenever that is, I'm sure she'll want to pitch in.
Where is she?
I don't really know.
She just left us a note saying that she had had a call from a friend that she had known in college, and she was going to stay with her for a little while.
Strange she wouldn't let you know where she is in case you needed to get in touch with her. Strange indeed.
That's one of the mysteries of the younger generation. Kim, How do you intend to keep track of all these campaign contributions you're getting?
Well, I've hired an accounting firm. I'm going to run this by the book. Even though we've started so late with this campaign, this generous contribution makes it possible for us to start with the television commercials and get the publicity started. Oh, David, thank you.
Well, I'm just glad to be able to help. This city needs a good DA like Tom is going to make.
Oh, I agree.
I only wish that Chris were alive to be part of this.
Oh, yes. But he made his contributions to this campaign. He would have been so proud.
Well, Tom finally made up his mind to run when Nancy reminded him of how much it would have meant to his grandfather.
I would like to contribute as well.
Well, contributions are cheerfully accepted from one and all. I just feel sorry. Tom has been so concerned about Margot today. I haven't had a chance to tell him all the wonderful things that have been happening today.
How is she?
Oh, well, evidently it was nothing serious, but Dr. Samuels wants her to stay in the hospital for a couple of days of observation, so...
Hi, everybody.
Darling, hi, I'm so glad you're home. How's Margot?
Well, Margot's going to be just fine, but from now on, she's going to have to take it easy. How are you, Barbara? Hi, David.
Okay, thank you. Well, I'm not very happy to see Barbara here. I'm sure you're not either.
Well, I was wondering when I was going to get to see you.
Things been a little crazy since I came back from London, but that's going to change, I hope.
Okay.
Hi, Tom. Hi, John. I was very upset about Margot. Lisa told me what happened. I hope everybody's...
I know.
John.
Thanks.
Listen, please just know that I'm very sorry about all that's happened.
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Like some salmon? Shrimp? The time thing?
I'll get it. Hi, how you doing?
Is this the Tom Hughes campaign headquarters?
We don't have much cash, but we'll help any way we can. Well, that's
right.
great. That's all we need is help. Some flowers? You need some flowers?
Yes. The way people are acting, I don't think anyone around here has heard the news. I think you would especially want to.
What news? What?
Well, since you're dying to tell them, why don't you... What?
Well, it seems that the Tad Channing murder is solved.
What?
Yeah.
Who did it?
Barbara, this isn't going to make you very happy, but Denise Darcy has confessed.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Duncan, what is it? I know something's bothering you. Beatrice sensed it, too.
I don't know, Rosalind.
You seemed so relieved when Shannon was found safe. And now you seem more depressed than ever.
I'm relieved. It's just that my life has become so muddled since I came to Oakdale. I'm not sure it wasn't a mistake.
Is there anything I can do?
Not really. Life was so simple when we first knew each other. One interesting challenge after another.
Because I was an older woman, I was one of those challenges.
You were much more than that, and you know it.
Yes, I know. Otherwise, I wouldn't have stayed around when it was over between us.
I don't know what I would have done if you'd deserted me.
Duncan, have you realized how relaxed Beatrice has been since Hensley's been away?
Not particularly. I wasn't aware Hensley was a problem for Beatrice.
I believe his presence agitates her.
That's odd. They were very good friends. Before Thomas's accident.
Well, perhaps it was because he was in the room when Beatrice found Thomas that morning. She may associate him with Thomas's death.
I was there as well, remember? I arrived just as Beatrice got there. God, I'll never forget the look on her face.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry anymore. May I fix you another drink?
Only if you'll join me by the fire.
All right. Duncan, I've been meaning to ask you. Who is that hooded figure that Barbara Ryan and her son claim to have seen here? Didn't seem to faze you in the least.
It's because I know it was Hensley. He's very attracted to Barbara Ryan, so he snuck into my bedchamber while she was sleeping there just to be near her.
But the figure was seen in the secret passageway with Beatrice and little Paul, and Barbara wasn't there.
That was just Hensley having a bit of fun. And remember, the mysterious hooded figure has not been seen since Hensley's been away.
Did you ask him about it?
As a matter of fact, I did, and he admitted it was himself.
Oh, I'm glad. Because Beatrice has been asking about it.
Well, you can lay her fears to rest as well as your own.
I wonder who that could be at this hour.
Well, it must be Hensley. Couldn't be a stranger. The dogs have stopped barking.
I've now noticed that it's not only Hensley who's attracted to Miss Ryan. You seem to be spending quite a bit of time with her lately.
I must admit she is fascinating. But there is a side of her that reminds me of...
Suzanne?
Rosalind, do you believe that some people are condemned to repeat the same mistakes again and again?
Good evening, Duncan.
Mrs. Hartley?
Good evening.
You're damned lucky you went off so suddenly. You leaked information that could have endangered Shannon's life. If you'd come back before she'd been found, I would have nailed your hide to the castle wall.
Well, thank God it's finally over, huh?
I still can't believe it. I'm so scared. Oh, I was sure that it was I.
I know, me too. Oh, I'll get that. Emily.
Hi, I'm home.
Well, hi yourself. How was your trip?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah?
Emily,
Grandma,
how are you?
Well, I'm just fine, but I've been wondering about you. Where were you?
I told you in my note I was going to visit a friend from college. She lives just outside of Chicago.
Yes, but you didn't tell us where you were going to be, how long you'd be there, give us a number where you could be reached.
I'm sorry, Grandpa. I didn't think.
Well, I'm just glad you're back finally. I mean, you've got a birthday coming up one of these days.
know.
You haven't forgotten. Franny and I promised to have the party here for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
That is so sweet of you, Kim. But do you have the time now? Well, we'll make the time. Oh, sure. Well, we'll do it together. Good. And then you can invite your friend to come. What friend? The friend that you just visited.
Oh, right.
I'd love to meet her.
I know. I really want to, but I don't think she's going to be able to make it.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
I'm getting a little concerned about all this activity you're involving yourself in. Political campaigns, now you're catering birthday parties?
Oh, honey, don't worry. There's no problem. Your mom and Franny will pitch in and help. Besides, there are a lot of working mothers doing the same thing.
And now, what about all this bonding I hear about between the mother and the baby?
I'm going to bundle that little baby up and take him wherever I go. How's that?
You want it all, don't you?
I'm going to take a flying leap at it.
Nancy, I am so warm. I think the fire should really be extinguished.
Oh, well, that's...
Lisa, I'm afraid that my diagnosis is correct, but perhaps you better talk to a real doctor.
Oh, come on. I have an appointment with Dr. Samuel.
All right,
The room
all
is just full of
right,
people.
all
I mean, put the fire out. I'll feel a lot better. Need that right now.
Hey, Lisa.
Yeah, what?
You all right?
Oh, well, that seems to be the question of the day. Are you all right? I'm fine, darling. Don't worry. Just going to get a little fresh air, okay? Oh, I didn't mean to snap at you like that. I really
It's
didn't.
all right.
Forgive me.
It's all right. Don't leave yet. Seth's coming over.
Good, good. He's a wonderful person. In fact, I think he's just right for you, huh?
Yeah.
Seems interested, anyway.
Yeah, well, it goes both ways.
Oh, good. Bless your little heart. You just have your whole life ahead of you, don't you? Woo.
Well, yes, darling, you better go. Give me a hug and go. Come on. Off you go. You look beautiful. Have a good time, dear. Oh, thank you.
Bye, have a nice to have you back.
Have a good time.
Look around, man.
Rock and roll.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Daphne.
Bye-bye.
Well, I guess that you and Sierra would like to speak together alone, so I'm going to get going. If I could use your phone
Look, I
before
said I wanted to go with you, okay? We'll go to my mama's and then go straight to the farm.
All right.
Just wait a minute. I want to ask a question. I want to know what is going on here. Why did you confess to the killing of Tad Channing? I mean, what are you doing? Is this a grandstand play of some kind? Are you trying to get
Craig beholden to you if he ever did get out? What's going on?
I'll meet you in the car.
Ivy, you can use the phone in the living room if you want to.
Thank you.
Mother, I'm going to leave you two alone. Because I feel there are probably a lot of things that you ought to say to each other.
I can't in this house, not this house.
I understand.
I just want to go to my mother's and, the farm for a while. And can I call you later?
I'll be waiting. Craig, why'd you do it? Who are you protecting?
I thought Iva killed Channing.
Marlowe killed the Iva Snyder confession story. Yeah. Well, use it, keep it. Maybe we'll do a follow-up. I don't know. Anyway. Yes, she did confess. Well, she didn't exactly confess. Talk to you about it when I see you. Meanwhile, we've had another confession. Miss Denise Darcy, D-A-R-C-Y, the signature model for Simply Barbara, has confessed. Yeah, put Peterson on the job. I want you to play up the fact that at the time of her confession, Miss Darcy was living with Detective Hal Munson of the Oakdale Police, okay? Yeah. Marlowe, it is never too late to change. Mr. Bingham will be there momentarily. Me too. Meanwhile, kill the Iva Snyder confession story.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you today by our moist, delicious baking mixes from Duncan Hines and by rich, delicious, mountain-grown Folgers crystals. We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
So what did you say to Dr. Dixon?
There's only one thing I could tell him. Told him I couldn't find you.
Sorry to put you on the spot like that.
Why didn't you want to talk to him?
Because he's been giving me a hard time about telling Mama the stuff with Santa Fe. It's been driving me nuts.
You better brace yourself. Because next time he sees her, he's going to tell her the truth.
No, he's not. Because Dusty doesn't know, and Dusty will have a fit if he finds out.
You got so many stories going on. You're going to trip yourself up for sure sooner or
No,
later.
I'm not. Look at my handsome brother. Ooh, Casey Brady has absolutely nothing on you.
Well, I wish you'd tell that to Franny Hughes.
I will, because it's true. What's true? I was just
Oh,
telling Seth how handsome he looks.
Yes, Franny's very lucky. Looks just like his papa.
Thank
More and
you.
more.
Look, will you call me over to Hughes if you hear anything from Iva?
Yeah, I will. Listen, Bob and
I
Floyd
get it.
came over and cut down with a chainsaw and cut down those dead trees.
Oh, good. I'll move them. I'll split them.
Hello.
Hi, Holden, it's me.
Iva,
Iva?
are you okay? We've all been worried sick about you.
Yeah, I know. Everything's fine. I'll be home in a little while.
It's Iva. She's okay.
Where is she?
Where are you?
I'm at Mrs. Walsh's.
What are you doing there?
Look, Holden, it's a long story. The important thing is that Tad's murder's been solved.
The murder's been solved?
Denise Darcy, Barbara Ryan's model, confessed this afternoon.
Denise Darcy? Who's Denise Darcy? Why would she kill Ted?
I don't know the details. I just know that he used her as much as he did everybody else, and I just feel very sorry for her.
Iva, it's all over. It's over for all of us.
I believed in my gut that she did it. I hated Channing more than anybody, and I could have done it. But she was... It's like she was more personally attached to it, everything. She blamed herself for everything that was happening.
But you should have known Iva would never have planted a crowbar in your car. much less let you go to prison for something she did.
Sierra. I have to tell you this, honey, okay? Between us, all right?
Okay.
Iva confessed to killing Channing just to get me released.
Ah. Well, I had told Sierra about Iva's confession. Look at you. Look at you, love. Good to see you. I'm happy you're out.
Are you, Beth?
Sure I am. What kind of question is that? To see the big ad I ran in the City Times on your behalf?
Sure did. Saw it with my own two eyes. Still can't figure out why you did it.
That's just the kind of girl I am.
I'm always amazed at the kind of girl you are. A couple of things, though, sticking in my mind that just puzzle me a little bit.
Yeah, what?
I don't know. Little things, like how did Channing's briefcase wind up in my office? How did his luggage wind up in my apartment?
You looking at me? I don't know.
Did I say you did? I don't accuse people of doing things unless I have proof. But it bugs me. When something bugs me, I gotta keep going after it till I find out what it is. Come on, Lucinda, you've been known to get into my apartment on other occasions.
All right, enough. Enough. I didn't do it. Look elsewhere.
I believe you. I also know somebody else who would like to see me behind bars.
Who?
Love you.
Well, at least he did tell you why Iva confessed to the murder.
Yes, because she was trying to save him.
Oh. Well, what do you think about it, darling? I mean, that's what she would like you to think, and Craig probably, too.
And it's exactly what I believe.
Oh, honey. Oh, Sierra.
But
I'm having such an attack of motherly concern. My maternal instincts prompt me to just talk to you about Craig, because I know Craig. I knew him before you knew him. I know what kind of a man. Honey, he's polygamous.
Well, yes. I mean, a guy can be attracted to more than one woman at the same time. And be so spoiled as to get away with it, too. Look at Betsy. Let's start. Betsy
Mother,
and Droplet.
Betsy and Craig are friends.
Darling, they
period.
were married to each other. She left him for Steve, and where is she now? In his office working for him. Then there is... Who was he spending the first night out of jail with? With Iva Snyder.
Mother,
what did that tell you? No, darling,
It tells me that I should stop listening to you.
No, because I don't want to hurt you. I'm not telling it. I'm not for that reason. I want you to think. I want you to think. Think, baby. I don't want you to commit yourself. I don't want to see
Mother.
you hurt. Again.
Can't believe my first college dance. The band was pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
It is. And then good news about Craig. There's only one thing that worries me. I mean, if Sierra and Craig get back together, where does that leave Iva? I don't want to see her get hurt, you know?
I think Iva knows how Craig feels about her.
Still.
Can't love two women, though.
Yeah, I know, but still, I mean, the way that Craig feels about Iva is just as strong. I mean, I saw how close they got over the summer.
Would you like some punch?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Look, I'm not asking you to be a father to the child. Just give it a name. And then after the baby is born, we'll get a divorce and I'll go away and you'll never have to see me again.
Please be reasonable, Meg.
How much more reasonable can I be?
I didn't take the job up front because I thought she might be using it to try and keep us apart.
Well, that's up to us, isn't it? She can't stop us from seeing each other.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Here you go.
Thanks. Cheers.
Cheers. I was just thinking about how everything used to be so simple before Megan Holden, you know. I don't think it's ever going to be like that again.
No. I guess it won't.
I thought a moment alone would be nice.
You must have read my mind. Oh, here.
Gosh, thanks. Well, your family must be happy hearing the news about the Channing case. I know you've been worried about them.
Well, I'm pretty protective of them.
Well, I'm sure you didn't think that any one of them could have been involved.
Well, there were times when I wasn't so sure.
Hey, Andrew, as soon as some of these problems are solved, I'll spend a lot more time together, I promise.
Listen, I wish there's something I could do to help.
So do I, so do I. So, oh, excuse us.
Okay, we were just talking.
Listen, by the way, Franny, thank you very much for delivering that note to Emma.
Sure.
Sign it for me. How's Oxford?
It's great. I go back next month for the seminar.
Good. Well, to make Dr. Peretti feel pretty good. How's that? Oh, by the way, your Uncle Henry's doing very well in the hospital. I think you ought to be home by Christmas.
That's good. I've heard that. Thanks a lot for all you've done, really.
It's okay. I'm glad I could help. Good night, Andrew.
Yeah,
Take it easy, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for coming
So long,
by.
Dr. Dixon.
You're welcome. So... Oh, I'm sorry. I just want to be alone. No. All right, good
That's
night.
right. Nice. Look, I don't know. You know, maybe I shouldn't bring this up, but you said you weren't so sure. Did you mean you weren't so sure that a member of your family wasn't involved in the murder?
Yeah. There were times when I was afraid that Holden might have done it. You know, he's so young. He's got this wild streak in him. He wants so much out of life. Channing saw that and used it to try and set him up. And then, right up until we found out tonight that I was afraid it might be Iva. Her feelings run so deep, you know. She had to sit back and watch everybody that she loved be hurt by Channing. Boy. Worst of all, there were times I was even afraid it might have been Mama.
So that's crazy.
Well, Mama's like a lioness when it comes to her family. She protects her cubs. Channing had hurt 3 of her kids. It's terrible to have such thoughts about your family, you know?
Yeah. It's a lot to carry around. Look, you know, I think of myself as a pretty non-violent person. But I remember that moment with Doug when I thought...
I didn't think about that, okay? Let's just hope it's all behind us.
Barbara, I'm sorry to hear about your model. It must have been quite a shock.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, your dress is ready if you want to come in for a fitting. Your dress for your party. Great. I'll be in next week. Good. So, have you decided what you're going to do?
About what?
Well, about whether you're going to stay in Oakdale or go home. I'm not going home. I'm staying here.
Why?
Well, I was wondering if you'd be interested in a job.
What kind of a job?
I was wondering if you'd like to do some modeling in the store for me for my junior line. And you can help with sales with Lisa and Debbie, and then, oh, somewhere down the pike, maybe you can do some runway shows for me.
I would love that. That would be fabulous.
Good. We'll talk about it when you come in later for your fitting.
Okay, thank you.
If I'm not prying, can I ask why you changed your mind? What reason you had to change your mind?
Lots of reasons. Mainly just because I want to be near my family.
I've settled the dogs in for the night. Hensley, you never answered my question. What compelled you to tell Barbara about Shannon? Especially after Earl Mitchell told us a news leak could be dangerous.
Well, I knew you planned to see Barbara later that evening and how concerned you were about Shannon. That's all. I had no idea it would be passed on further. I didn't mean any harm.
I should hope not. If anyone should know how to keep their mouth shut, you should.
Duncan, there's one thing I don't understand. Why did the news of Shannon's kidnapping have such a powerful effect on you?
Games are one thing, physical danger is another.
Are you sure that's all there was to it?
What is this, an inquisition? I will not be questioned about my personal feelings by you or anyone else.
Forgive me.
Listen, Mrs. Hatchley's brought up the business of the hooded figure again. I can understand you going into my bedchamber where Barbara Ryan was there, but what possessed you to frighten Beatrice and Paul Stenbeck down in the passageway in the dungeon?
Well, a shipment arrived while they were on their little tour. I had to take care of it. I told her the idea of bringing Miss Ryan and her son out here was a bad one. I had to wear the monk's cape to bring the shipment from the dock through the tunnel.
I see. Just the same, I'd appreciate it if you'd refrain from wearing it again.
Oh, of course. Whatever you say.
Good. Now, let's say we go down to the cellar and check on the shipment that arrived while you were in Scotland. I want to make sure it's all there.
Really didn't mind leaving the dance early?
No, I didn't. I didn't. But I enjoyed our drive up to the lookout.
Yeah.
I really value our friendship, Dusty. I hope you still do.
I do. I hope you always do also, no matter what happens.
Like what?
I don't know.
What is it, Dusty? Is there something going on you're telling me about? What?
Nothing's going on, okay? It's getting late. I gotta go.
Okay. Thanks for inviting me to the dance. I hope that you know I'll always be here for you whenever you need me.
I do know that. I hope you really are.
Oh, just wonderful. Your mother must be very thrilled.
Yeah, I haven't actually gotten in touch with her yet.
But did you try the Mona Lisa?
Yeah, I did. It's her night off. I'll track her down. I just wanted to be here when Iva gave everybody the good news.
Oh. It's over for all of us. I can't believe it.
Well, I guess this is cause for celebration. Maybe we can get back to our normal lives, sort of pick up where we left off.
Yeah, and I'd like to propose a toast. Here's to better times for all of us. I know they're coming.
Here.
Here.
Oh, John.
No answer there. I can't reach her, anybody at Tom and Margot's either.
Really?
Well, you know, she was admitted to the hospital with abdominal pains.
Why? Is she all right? What's happened with the baby?
Dr. Sammy says the baby's going to be fine. I don't know what it is. Why don't you drop by the hospital tomorrow morning, say hello, you cheer her up a little bit. Huh?
Oh, well, John, thanks.
Yes. Are you gonna?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Good night, everybody.
All right,
Thank you.
I'll walk you out.
Listen, you must be exhausted. Why don't you, go home and get some sleep?
Yeah, I'm going to my bed. Sure gonna look good after a prison cut.
Yes.
I can't believe what you did for me today.
Well, thanks for not telling my family, because I really don't think they'd understand.
I'll never forget.
Don't make any promises you can't keep.
Good night.
Good night. Goodbye, Craig.
Hi, Betsy. It's me, Sierra. I'm sorry for calling so late. I tried earlier, but no one answered.
Oh, that's okay. We were Kim and Bob's. Listen, did you hear the news about Craig?
Yep. It's wonderful, isn't it?
Oh, it's incredible. Have you seen him yet?
Well, I did, briefly. He and Iva came by my mom, so I didn't really get a chance to talk to him. But I'll see him tomorrow.
Oh, it's great. You must be on cloud 9.
Well, actually, no. That's why I called. I'm a little worried.
Why?
Well, I'm still having those symptoms. So if I'm not pregnant, then, well, I'm scared to death. There's something seriously wrong with me.
Well, I think I'm going to turn in. I'm exhausted. Good night, Dr. Dixon.
Good night, Iva.
I'm going to come up with you for a minute.
I'm going to go check the barn, Mama.
Okay.
All right.
I guess I'm going back to the washing side.
Wait a minute. I talked with Dr. Samuels today.
About what?
Our predicament.
I thought doctors weren't supposed to discuss patients.
Look, I know we said we weren't going to tell about New Mexico, but Dustin's got to know. Your mother's got to know. We've all got to sit down and figure out the best way to handle it,
Dusty and I can handle this.
Not when it's... The solution is him marrying you. No, no.
It's his responsibility.
No. Those days are long over, my friend. You knew the risks.
And so did he.
Hello. Now,
Dusty, what are you doing?
Hi. Can I talk to Meg alone?
Sure. I'll be in the parlor if you need me.
Okay.
I'm really glad to see you.
I was thinking about what you said about marriage, and it's not going to solve anything, okay?
What about a name for the baby?
That's not the answer. I talked about it with John. He understands.
John has nothing to do with
John
this.
is a very important part of this, because if we go away, he's paying for everything. Don't tell me that.
Yeah, just like he paid for me to go to New Mexico. Even paid for the plane ticket.
It's not time for jokes.
There's no joke, Dusty. I don't care anymore. You and John can figure out what to tell my family.
Hold on a second.
I'm going.
Wait.
You probably won't see me again.
Meg!
Hey, what's going on now?
I think it's about time you told me.
Children's clothes by Good Lad of Philadelphia. Menswear by Barney's, New York. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.